I don't even know how that, like as a magician, I don't know how that happened.
Try to bend it. Try. No chance. Because you don't have the power to bend the nail. It's solid steel. Okay? But I want to give you the power now. Watch. Try again. Hold it. So just bend it.
Come on, Ben.
Really?
Yeah. And try to make it straight again. You will see it's impossible.
Hang on.
And that starts to bend. Do you see that? Yes. And now just open up your hands. Watch.
Hi guys, my name is Mark Lavelle and I'm joined by Rasmus, the creator of Steel, and we're proud to show you this thing. Rasmus, do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, steel is a new concept that gives you the ability to bend solid steel nails just with your mind, or with your bare hands, without the use of any other tools.
I'm a big fan already and we can't wait to share this project with you. Thank you for purchasing it. Okay, I am as excited as you guys are to see what's in your little parcel here. So Rasmus, let's start Christmas early and get this thing open.
Yes, so this is what you get. Inside the box, first you'll find an instruction card.
I've watched these already, they're fantastic.
Definitely.
Yeah, they're good.
Here's the link, yes, and those package nails are the real ones,
Okay.
so it means they are unbendable by hand. So it's very important to not mix up those with these, otherwise you have a problem. Okay, so we put them aside, and those are the gimmicks.
And you get plenty of gimmicks.
Yes.
I'll keep you going for a while.
You receive 10 of the 80mm nails, bendable, 10 of the 100mm nails, and 20 of the small ones of the 35mm nails. Those are all bendable.
That's awesome.
Uh-huh.
That's plenty to get on with and that'll keep you going for a long time, I think.
Yes.
So that's what you get in your package. I'm sure you've opened them all up now. As Rasmus said, don't get them mixed up because you want to keep your genuine nails away from your gimmicks. You don't want them all mixed up and contaminated.
Yeah.
Talking about keeping them distinguished apart, I'm quite messy sometimes and a lot of my kit just gets chucked in a bag. You've got a great simple method to keeping the gimmicks and the genuine nails separate. Do you want to just talk us through that?
Yeah, sure. You just pick up a piece of sandpaper. I have a P80 sandpaper. This is great. And you take the unbendable, the genuine nails. Let's open them up. Yeah. Do it this way.
That's easy.
Mm-hmm. And I just sand down the tip of the nail, just a little bit. That's fine. Sure. Check out.
I totally see what you
Okay,
mean.
and now check out this. And see the
And
difference.
it is obvious to tell the difference between the two as well.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Simple, that's effective.
Yeah.
Okay, so that being said, let's get into the main handling. So, do you want to talk us through the gimmicks and the basic handling for them?
Yeah, sure. So the big ones are bendable with two hands.
Okay.
With one hand, it's quite impossible. So it's very simple. You can pick up this, hold it this way, and the thumbs have to touch each other. And now, that's it.
That is crazily good. Is crazily a word? I don't know, but that is amazing.
Yeah.
And that's solid.
Yeah.
That's
It's very
absolutely-
solid and
can't-
quite impossible to
I
bend it
cannot
back
bend that back.
without hurting yourself.
No, I can't bend that back. I do a lot of metal bending,
Yeah.
and I can't even get that to budge back. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Great.
So this is the main handling for the large nails. Same for the smaller ones. Actually, a friend of mine has the ability to bend this also with one hand. He just holds the nail this way and just bends the nail over. It helps if you have it here
Oh, okay.
and then bend it. I can't,
Yeah, no,
to be
I don't
honest, I
think I can.
can't. So same here.
I can't help but smile each time I do this, by the way.
And it can go furthermore, like this.
Wow.
So these are the basics. You could also go over this curve, but not
Yeah, I
usually
went
not
too
this
far,
way,
yeah.
but like this, or with two hands, if you're strong enough. Like this, or even more, like this.
A little bit of slip on my fingers, but yeah.
And if the nail is in this position, it's really impossible to
No, there's no budge on them.
bend back without hurting yourself.
That's good. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's really good. And the small ones.
Thanks. The small ones are made for one-handed bending.
Okay.
Just to be honest, this one needs some exercise.
Got you.
It's not easy for people that have not strong hands. It's possible, but you have to exercise a little bit.
I see what you mean.
Because it's quite hard to do it one-handed. You can also do it two-handed, no problem. And the nice thing about the small ones is, if you try to bend them back, it hurts
just gonna
even
keep-
more than the big ones.
They're going to keep just spinning
So
around.
they will not try to bend it back because it hurts too much. One-handed, you just hold it this way. Over the tip of the first and second finger. The thumb is behind. You have a little gap here in between, and you just push.
Oh, almost against the end of your thumb, as
Yeah.
opposed to the pad. Okay.
Yes. And that's it. And that's enough.
So that one will take a bit of practice.
Yes, definitely. At the beginning, it will hurt a little bit, but
I suppose a good way of practicing on the nails is to actually practice on the non-bendables, just to build up your strength a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe how you hold them,
absolutely.
because obviously you don't want to go through all of your gimmicks.
Yeah.
But that's really cool. I really love this.
Yeah. And what's also very interesting is that the nails are magnetic.
Oh, really?
So they attract the magnets.
Okay.
So you have a lot of possibilities to use them for a switch. If you do a switch, I personally don't do any switches usually, but you can because you are provided with the unbendable ones.
Yeah.
If you have a spectator that is very strong, probably he could also bend the nail. So you can just give him a regular nail, and he tries to bend it. Absolutely impossible. And then you do a motivated switch.
I guess
that I'll show you later on.
It depends on which presentation you plan on doing.
Yeah.
But also, because they're magnetic,
Yeah.
you could do the bend using misdirection out of sight, put it in their hand, use a PK block, and
Yeah.
they'll feel it moving in their
Yeah.
hand. So that's a cool little idea.
Absolutely, that's a good idea. Yes, with a strong magnet.
Oh, I don't just thought
Sleeve.
that. Yeah, no. Cool.
Yeah.
Right, so we're going to go into more details about the routines you can do with them, but these are the gimmicks in their basic form. So, just wanted to quickly talk to you about the strength of these. I wouldn't be able to distinguish that this is a gimmick or not. As we've previously mentioned, they feel like nails, they look like nails,
Yeah.
they are solid, and you do some interesting stuff with these during a few of your presentations, don't you?
Yes, you can actually hammer the nails into a piece of wood. So this is a gimmick, okay? Just to show you how strong they are. Oops.
And it didn't bend though.
No. It's still straight. And just to show you that this is really a gimmick,
That's brilliant.
yeah.
So with most metal bending, there's two types of bend happening. There's the psychological and there's the visual, and we're going to touch on a few of each of these. And you've got a fantastic visual bend, which is great for obviously live performances, but also if you're doing videos for Instagram, that sort of stuff. It's nice and visual on there as well.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's the easiest of all bends. You just let them check the nail, just a quick check, or you just hammer it into a piece of wood, take it out, and you prove that this is a real nail. And then you just give it a rub, like this. And while you're talking to the spectator, you just give it a slight bend this way, and hold it up on eye level, like this. And then you rub more, and then you just let it fall. You just turn the nail with your fingers. So it looks like this, and like this. It's quite visual.
It's good.
Huh? Want to try?
I would love to try it.
Okay.
So, holding it up, put a slight bend in.
Yeah. While you're talking to the spectator and tell them, look, a solid steel nail, you just give it a little bend. I hope the camera can. Yes.
I don't know why I made my own sound effects so much, but that's great.
That's it. And then you can go further than that if you like to. The same procedure as before. You just give it while you are rubbing, while you move your hands up a little more. And it bends even more. It's very, very simple and absolutely undetectable.
Of course. If you've done any metal bending in the real world before to live audiences, you'll know what you can get away with. And this, it's so hidden. It's fantastic.
Absolutely.
So just before we go into some of the routine ideas, we're just going to go into briefly talk about switching. If you wish to switch in the genuine nails for the gimmicks, I probably personally wouldn't do this. I'd just be happy using the gimmicks, getting them to maybe initial it or something, and that's fine for me. But if you do wish to start completely examinable and then end examinable, you may want to learn some switches. And you're just going to teach us a basic one.
Yes. So one nail is here in finger palm. Okay. I don't know what's the name of this palm. It's just a finger palm.
Nail palm.
Here, nail palm.
No.
And just, pretend this nail is the regular one. All right. I just give it a rub with my first finger once. And the second time I go over the nail, I cover it up completely. And I just hold it over here with my ring finger and just switch it out. And then pass it to the spectator to to sign it or to mark it with a Sharpie.
Essentially
Okay,
just
I do it
switching
one more
fingers.
time. Yeah, it's just switching fingers. I'll show it to you from this side. Okay, just give it a rub. Second time, I just place this nail over here, ring finger, and that's it. And the hand naturally drops on my side, and I just give them the nail to sign.
Okay. Because they're magnetic if you wish to ditch them.
You could ditch it, you could have a magnet in your back pocket and just leave it there, no problem. Or just ditch it in your pocket while you're taking out the Sharpie.
Yeah.
It's absolutely motivated, okay? This is one possibility. The other one is a simple shuttle pass. Yeah.
Or false transfer.
Yes. So they examine the nail, and I just go into my pocket to take out the Sharpie and leave the other nail in the pocket. That's it. You can try.
Super clean.
Perhaps you can do it better than me.
There's hundreds of ways to do switches. There's no definitive sort of document on nail switches, as it were.
Yeah.
The handlings are going to be very similar to pen switches and cigarette switches. So if you've got any resources to look at pen manipulation or cigarette manipulation, you'll probably find some little stuff in there. But there's thousands of ways that you can use to switch. Just find one that's comfortable for you.
Yes. You could also you could also use this switch if you like to. This is the regular nail. This is the bendable. It's over here in thumb palm like this. So from the front you can't see it. It's the same one that you use for cigarette manipulation, like this. The other one is here, and then you just do this and pass them the nail and reach into the pocket to take out the Sharpie. Okay? Quite simple. Or just use your sleeve.
Yeah,
if you like to.
If you're good at sleeving.
Yeah, sure.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
So the nails, they do, like we say, look exactly like nails, but they're also, no better word for it, clean.
Yes, they are absolutely clean, so no dirt or dust left on your fingers.
So that means it opens the avenue if you want to use them for blockhead. Obviously sterilise them first as you would do normal, but you can use them for blockhead and similar likes to that, but you're not going to get the grubbiness of other nails on your hands or any residue or metal filings or anything like that, which is common amongst quite a few nails, really.
Yeah.
Cool stuff. So for the routines that you're going to create with the steel gimmick, there are many different ideas that have been bounced around, and you've performed several of them yourself.
Yeah.
There's one or two that I've got in my head that I think are going to be the main ways that I perform this, and we're going to just talk about a few of those now. So, like we said earlier, there's two main types of metal bending. There's the psychological one, which is where the bend happens without them seeing it, and there's the visual bend as well, which we've already discussed.
Yeah.
So, what ones do you want to go for?
The one that I mostly use is the one-handed bend with the small nails, and I just let them choose any nail. They can mark it if they like to. I show that my hands are completely empty, but I don't say anything. And are you left or right-handed?
I'm left-handed.
Okay. Can you put this hand over the other and just, yes, tight, as tight as possible. And now you turn the hands this way and just give it a little rub. And if you try to concentrate and focus all your energy onto the nail, it starts to move. Do you feel that?
Good.
Yeah, you feel that the nail moves because you move your hands, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, you probably also feel that the nail is a little bit warmer than before, right?
Okay.
Okay. That's absolutely normal. And now when you concentrate on the nail, try to imagine that you are able to bend this nail just with your mind. Okay?
I'm focused on it with my mind.
Okay. And now it starts to bend. Do you feel something?
Yeah.
Okay. And now lift up one of the hands and you see that the nail is bent.
Voila.
You will probably have a better pattern than me because English is not my main language. I think you know that. So in German it's much easier for me, but this is a possibility. It's very nice, and the nicest fact is that you are not able to feel if the nail
Yeah.
is straight or bent, because it's very thin, so no chance that they will feel anything. The main move is this. Are you left or right-handed? And that's my misdirection to bend the nail.
Got you.
And I just put it here and tell you to put this hand over this. Usually I do it this way, look. I put the nail here, place my hand on it and say, put your other hand onto this and you're covered, okay?
Or you can get them to close their hand.
Oh, just close the hand, yes. But I think this way it's better because they really have no chance to feel that the nail is already bent.
Of course.
Okay? And then it's all about presentation.
So I think at the moment my favourite way of performing this would be to put the bend in and put it into their hands. Again, just putting the bend in under misdirection, ask them to hold their hands out and sandwiching the nail between them. I would get them to mark it, either with just their initials or a number, but Rasmus has got pretty much a surefire, it's 100% the same nail method of doing this, and it's quite a simple way as well.
Yes, I use 3 different color Sharpies. And I don't tell them that those are different because they see it, okay? And I think the possibilities are great because they can choose any color. They mark the nail on any spot they like, and then they are 100% convinced that there was no switch at all. So I think this is stronger than just with a regular Sharpie.
It doesn't over-explain it to them. It's not like, yes, this is definitely 100%. They've just got so many free choices. And it is the same nail, so they're going to have that in their mind already. Yeah, so that's perfect.
Yeah. A very nice idea to use the colored Sharpies, or you could also use a nail polish, nail color.
Yeah,
you just take it from your wife or girlfriend, or you just buy it.
You got it.
Sure. Is to use a piece of wood and 5 nails, and they are numbered from 1 to 5. The number 2 nail is a bendable nail, and the other nails are unbendable. Okay? And now I have to force the number 2. And what I did at my hotel room was I just picked up a regular dice, and the number 2, I just put a spot with a Sharpie here on the 2 in the middle. It's quite hard to see.
I'm not sure how that looks like on camera,
yeah,
but
this is officially a 2.
When you were holding that then, I did not spot that spot, no pun intended. I did not see that was not the number 3.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how that picks up on camera, but in real life, that will fly by 100%.
Yeah, it's very simple, so you don't have to buy an additional forcing dice. Just let them roll the dice as long, as much as needed.
Can we get a close-up on the die?
Yeah, sure. Looks like this. Just 1 dot here in the middle of the 2. So that means that the number 2 doesn't exist. Absolutely right.
So then it's the classic elimination for the other ones. They roll the dice until each one's eliminated, leaving the 1.
Yes, and everyone that is eliminated, to play it a little bit bigger, you can use a hammer. You can take a blue hammer if you like it, or also a red one. I like the blue hammer
hammers
most.
are available.
Yes, it's a gift from Titanis, you know. So they hammer the regular nails. This one is gone. This one is gone. This one, sorry, can't get it in.
DIY is not our forte.
This one is regular. I must admit that this one, those are all fake nails. So this will not happen with the,
of course.
with the stronger ones, okay? So, and this one is left a little bit out, so I can take it out and do the bend.
Good.
I'll just leave it here and bend it while it's here. But I don't think it's a good idea because this way you can also bend regular nails.
They don't want you thinking of using the block as leverage.
I would take it out and just bend it while I'm putting it on their hand.
Of course. So this will be a great presentation for Parlour as well as close up.
Stage as
Play's
well.
quite big
No
and you can
problem.
extend it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's brilliant. Thanks for sharing that one.
Thank you.
So the last presentation you're going to share with us is kind of a mix between psychological and visual, because they can have it done in the hand, but it is also it's also visual. There's nothing hidden, which is pretty cool. So do you want to talk us through this one?
Yes, this idea is actually from Luc Germain. Thank you very much, Luc, for this idea that I used already for the real coin band.
Yeah.
And it uses some gimmick names. You can pick up 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it doesn't matter. Pick up any nail you like, any Sharpie you like, any color, and mark the nail with the color at any spot you like.
Oh.
All right.
Draw a couple of lines on there.
Blue is your color. All right. Awesome. And you just take all nails and place them into the glass. And just by shaking the glass and concentrating, your nail starts to bend. Done. One nail is bent, you can check it out.
I like that presentation.
It's your nail. And this presentation is actually from Luc Germain.
Okay.
He showed me this performance for my real coin band, and I think it's fantastic. Thank you very much, Luc, for that.
That is brilliant. I think that's probably now my favourite presentation. I like it.
It's awesome because it's pretty much hands off. You know what I mean?
And performing to big groups, you get a nice audio and visual, which
Sure.
is good to play for.
Absolutely. You can do the same in the hand of the spectator if you like it. Just pick up any nail, and the band is actually made in the offbeat. You give me back the nail, I move this hand towards me,
I didn't see
I do the bend, and pick up the other nails, and you can fairly show them this way and cover the bend. So it's very, very visual and very simple.
That's brilliant. Well,
That's
yes,
it.
thank you very much to Luke for sharing that one with you, Erasmus.
Yeah.
And thank you, Erasmus, for sharing that with everyone else. So another presentation idea which you shared with me, which I thought was a good little thing, and it's probably going to be my second favourite thing to perform at this point, is a pseudo-hypnosis one, where you can get the spectator to actually bend the nail themselves and then take the power away from them. So you've kind of given them the power of strength, they bend it, and then they can't bend it back again. So that's a great idea.
Yes.
Good as a practical joke as well.
Yes, and I do it with a switch. I switch out the nail. The first nail that I give to the spectator is a real one.
Yeah.
And they can try as hard as they want, impossible to bend it. And then I switch it out while I'm looking for a Sharpie and give them the nail back. They can mark it at any spot. And then I touch them on the forehead and tell them that they receive a huge strength.
Okay.
A superpower, like a Superman, supernatural power. When I say bend, they just bend the nail. And then I say stop. And that's it.
There we go, bend anyway.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Give someone the power of strength.
Yes.
I'm keen to see this one. This one you've been telling me about, and I saw it playing out in my head, and I like the sound of it. So,
Yes.
can I be the spectator?
Sure. This is a fantastic idea by Tino Platz, a young magician, very talented from Switzerland. Thank you, Tino. This is the setup. I have 6 nails and 2 blue ones, 2 green and 2 red ones.
Okay.
Can show it to the camera. I just mark them with a Sharpie or just use nail polish, nail color. Okay? That's it. And the first one on each color is a regular one. That means a regular one unbendable. And the second one is bendable. This one is bendable, this one and this one. Regular, regular, regular. Okay? That's the setup. This is a business card, but you can use any card. The presentation is very simple. You can choose any color you like.
I'm going to go for green, please.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. Green.
Yeah, because most of the time I'd pick red.
Yeah. So this is your color.
Yep.
Okay. Try to bend it as hard as you can. Okay. No chance.
No. These are strong little things.
Yeah, it's steel.
They are.
They are steel nails. The green one, definitely, or you want to change your mind?
No, I'll stick with green.
Awesome. So I have a pair of pliers for you,
Okay.
and just grab the nail
okay.
on both ends, and just hold it, and don't do anything yet. Okay? Just hold it this way. Now I have a second spectator over here. You choose the green one.
Yep.
I take the green, okay, and do the bend, because the second one is the bendable.
Got it.
Okay, I do the bend. I ask them to put out their hand. I do the bend. I put the nail on their hands and I let them cover, okay, and turn the hands like this. So it's possible that they feel that anything starts to move because of gravity, okay? And when I say now, you bend the nail, okay? And now I want to transmit your energy from here to the other spectator in between his hands.
I know where I'll bend this too, but do you ever say bend it a little bit or anything like that?
Just start to bend. Stop!
Got it.
That's it. Open up your hand, the other spectator opens up the hand, and the nail with the same color has bent in between his hands.
Good call out on stuff as well. That's pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much what I think.
I think it's
That's really cool.
it's a very nice idea, and you could also do it with 3 nails. That means that you don't put just one nail into the hand of the spectator. You take out the green first, you bend it, and then you take a red one and the blue one. So you have 3 nails. It's a nice display, and you again tell them you choose the green one, right? Okay, I place all 3 nails into the hand of the spectator. He covers the hands up, and you bend the real one.
Got you. That's brilliant.
And this one you can keep it as a souvenir, and the other green one also for
Yeah.
the second spectator. Yes, it's a nice display. And that's it. It's rock and roll, baby. Thank you very much.
Thanks for sharing.
Hello guys, my name is Alex Ray. I'm here at the Session convention in London Heathrow, and I just came across this little gem, the nail you're about to receive, and it's so much fun. If you put enough effort and practice into this, this one's possible one-handed. I mean to bend, right? Something like this. You just take it, and if you have a certain amount of whatever you want to do, whatever movement, you would be able to bend it with one hand, something like this. Should be possible for you as well. If you have a certain amount of power and strength in your hand, if you know how to practice and train your hands, this will not be any problem. So now for a sort of a performance, go with the second one. Give me a second. This is another one, a real one. You could do something like this. Sir, would you like to help me out for a moment? Well, sure, the other one would reply. You take it, you ask him to come over, you bend it. I use this the regular bend that I use with all my heavy duty silverware. So you ask him over, you bend it, you put it in a position like you could do an optical bend after, and after this, you would just let it go. And drop it into his open hand so that he can examine the whole thing. The more strength you have, the further you can go. For example, you could even go like this, only with one hand. This is the only product I've came across so far that this is possible to do with. So I'm in love with that nail. Guys, Alex Ray, Session Convention.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you for purchasing Steel by Rasmus. And Rasmus, I'd like to thank you for inviting me on board with this. It's been a fantastic project to work on, and I'm really happy with this one. It's a good effect you got here.
Thank you, Mark, for the support. It was a pleasure.
Hello, my name is Tino Platz and I would like to share a little trick with you. So sometimes spectators ask if I could teach them a little trick, and for those cases I always carry a straw with me, and I also need a nail like that. Okay, and then I explained that you can easily bend the straw, but you cannot bend the nail, of course. But I recently found out that if you put the nail in there like this, you can bend the straw easily, and with the straw, the nail will bend as well. Look at this. Wow. But that's not all. I can also make the straw and the nail straight again. Look. Isn't that magic? Okay, then of course I can show the nail and the straw again. But now I will explain the trick how it's done. Of course, you insert it at the first position, but when I show the straw to the audience on the right side, never show that, but the nail will slide out of the straw, and therefore it only comes up to this point, and from here you just bend it. It's a cool little trick. You can do it at home, right? Okay, and to make it straight again, you just push the nail in with your hand, and this looks really like magic. Push it in all the way, and from here on you can show the nail. But sometimes there are some troubles, because never forget to slide the nail out. If you miss this point, the straw will still bend, but the nail will bend with it, and that's absolutely a stupid situation, because now you have a bent nail and you cannot use it for anything.
Hi, and welcome to the explanation of the wonderful routine you just saw. This routine is from Tino Platz.
Thanks. I'm here with Rasmus, and we would like to talk a little bit about the routine. And well, this is an idea I came about when I was toying around with Rasmus' new product. As we meet each other from time to time, I knew the product already, and yeah, so I came to this idea.
Yeah, it's actually a fantastic idea, and I think it absolutely makes sense from the beginning till the end. So now we go into the explanation.
Well, you first would like to, you take a straw that is not shining through. Actually, this one was a little bit, because when the nail slides out, you will see it. So rather take a dark straw and put it in here.
But I think if you hold the straw up here on your chest, you don't have the same issues as if you would hold it over here. If you have any lights that shine through the straw,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So if you're here,
Yeah.
you're good to go, right?
And in the worst case, the spectators, they can see it, yeah, but you will teach them anyhow how it's done. So.
Yeah, anyway.
But look that the straw has a contrast to your jacket, otherwise they can't see it.
Yeah, like this, right?
Right.
Okay.
Let's do it with that one.
Yes.
Now, you offer the spectators an explanation, and I think this is always a funny thing you can do in a magic show, because many spectators, as you know, they ask for an explanation, and then you offer them to show the little trick. You insert the nail, you need a straw, and the gimmick, of course, the biggest nail. You put it in here, and yeah, actually the routine itself is self-explaining, yeah. But you could also let slide the nail out like this.
Can we show that
So-
from the back,
Mhm.
perhaps?
So you don't have to turn it over all the way. You can also make a movement to the right and stop,
Yes.
and it will slide out of the straw.
Okay.
You just looked at, it only goes to this point.
Yeah.
Your hand, of course, is hiding the nail.
Yeah.
And then you start rubbing, make it look like it's going hard. Yeah.
And do you usually stop here, or do you go further and then let it snap back? What do you think? Because I thought that perhaps it looks better if you do this and you just stop here,
Yeah.
so it doesn't
Yeah, that would actually
flip back. You know what I
be
mean?
better. Yeah. So you stop here. Otherwise, you can control it a little bit back.
Yeah.
And from here on, this is like a bonus trick. Maybe you can use it for anything else, because this really looks cool when you push in the nail with your hand and the straw will straighten out again. You push it in all the way when you give the straw to the other hand
Like this.
and show
Yeah.
it to the audience, right? Okay. Then you repeat it, explain the whole thing, and after you explained it, you relax, go down, bend it, come back up, hold it in the angle, and explain.
Like this, right?
Mhm.
So it's an optical illusion. Actually, it's
Yeah.
already bent,
Yeah, right.
but you hold it on eye level like this, like in the
other trick.
in the other explanation that we already have.
Yeah.
And then you just go here and
You do this.
start rubbing with your finger and just turn the straw with the nail actually
Yeah.
with your left fingers, and it looks as it really would bend on your fingertips, right?
So the point here is you could actually show that you bend it with the nail inside, but like this it looks like you need no force at all, that it bends like before.
Yeah.
Spectators start thinking that you slide it out again, but then there comes the surprise. You remove the right hand and they see there's nothing there. You show it around, and here's the beautiful part. You take the nail and tear it out, and you show it and play as if it's useless like this, and drop it on the table, drop it on the floor, give it to the spectator, and they can examine everything again.
And they will not be able to bend it back
No,
because
no, normally they don't.
no
Actually.
chance. Awesome, Tino. Thanks so much for this great idea. I already love it, and I will probably use it as one of my favorite routines with the nails.
Thanks.
I honestly love this.
And I love the product.
Yes, and thanks to Sharon on the camera for filming us. Hey, Sharon.
Show yourself. Turn over.
Turn it over, man. Yeah, here it is. Hi and welcome to the extra bonus video tutorial for the one-handed bend. If anyone out there has some issues or troubles to bend this nail with one hand, there is a fantastic solution to this. And this idea is from Mark Lavelle. I want to thank you very much for this wonderful idea, and this is probably one of my favorite routines right now. So I'll show you what I mean. You pick up the nail that the spectator has chosen, and you stick it through a business card, through your business card if you want to, like so. You show it this way and this way. And the interesting thing is, because of the fact that you have a little piece of cardboard here, and here two pieces of cardboard that help you like a leverage, it's very, very easy now to bend this nail with one hand. Look what I mean. The same grip as if you would use it without the cardboard. Perhaps you can come a little bit closer here so you see what I mean. The thumb is here and the other two fingers are here at the ends of the nail. And now just a little push and the nail is already bent, as you see. The nail goes through the card like this, and I take the business card and place it on your palm, and the spectator covers the hand with his other hand. Now the nail is already bent,
as you can see. And at the end he will think that the nail has bent just in between his two hands. So I pick up this one?
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, are you left-handed or right-handed?
Right-handed.
You're right-handed.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put your right hand out for
Okay.
me and place your left hand on top of the nail.
Alright.
I want you to imagine the energy is pulsing around and around in the sort of circuit that you've made with your arms
Oh.
and your hands.
Okay.
Just made that bit up. It's quite good, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Might use that. Now concentrate on the nail. If you gently start to move your hands backwards and forwards over the nail, start doing that now yourself. Rubbing backwards and forwards. Imagine the metal getting warm.
Yes, I
Now
can
it's-
feel
now
that.
it's getting hot.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That isn't the friction, that's actually the energy that's running round and around in this circuit you've made.
Okay.
Entering into the nail. And if you imagine this energy now is entering the nail and beginning, causing it to bend slightly and just to warp very slightly. Can you feel that?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, stop. Let's have a look. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,